The Senate is a body of shadows. And we, you and I, voting Americans all over the nation, have become chained inside the cave. We look up at these shadows and imagine they are real, because it's all we can see. It's all we have ever known. We follow billion-dollar campaigns as they unfold like karaoke contests, go to local libraries and schools to cast our electronic ballots. We watch the victory speeches on flat-screen TVs, huge rooms full of other voters celebrating because they chose what other voting Americans chose in the greatest number. We smile when we vote correctly, get angry when we don't, vow to work harder the next time to get the right person elected, to go to Washington and cast a shadow on the wall. There's been a lot of speculation if a shadow will materialize in this year's election. Well, I am here to show you that one has. Today, I announce my candidacy for the position of Shadow Senator for the District of Columbia. Many people think that Washington, D.C. does not have a vote in Congress. But look it up, and you can see a complete record of our members' ballots. So, we must have a vote, right? Because how else could there be a record of how we voted? But, alas, there is a small complication. Rules stipulate that the Washington, D.C. representative cannot cast a deciding vote. If the vote is going to be 250 to 185 in favor of a bill to allow tickle torture, then our vote can be right there along with whichever side we choose. But let's say a bill to reform the office of Shadow Senator is deadlocked, could be decided by just one vote, then our vote is denied. See, our vote counts only when it does not count. By the measure of our influence on our nation's affairs, the people of Washington, D.C. do not exist. Wyoming, with 150,000 fewer citizens, has not only a voting member of Congress, but 2 senators and a sitting vice president. Meanwhile, a city full of government remains ungoverned. The citizens of the capital of the world's champion of democracy have no democracy for themselves. But do not pity Washington, D.C. Instead, look to us as a perfect silhouette of the America we live in today. We are a peek into your own future, the end of the story that's happening right now. Or are we here already? The Senate is a body of shadows. Our nation is a shadow nation, and our capital is a shadow capital. And so who better to not represent people who do not exist than a candidate who does not exist? When you head to the election booth this November, when you ponder the name of the person you want to be your voice in Washington, ask yourself this one simple question. How can a city of 600,000 unrepresented Americans not cast a shadow?